going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Stevi Levy joins me. Thank you very much for giving me some of your time. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Oscar Bevis. Nice to see you again.
Thank you very much. Here to promote GBM shows for 2023. A really good show to start the year. And of course, you fought on a lot of their shows last year. Just reflect to me on kind of that period of your career, because obviously coming away from a defeat, which I know you kind of look back on and know you can learn a lot from. You then jumped into some good fights and showed exactly again that you're someone that's not to be fucked around.
Yeah, boy, you said the F word before me, Oscar. Yeah, do you know what? When you go to a different platform, you always get a bit nervous because, like, not dissing small shows, but, you know, sometimes you're walking out and you're worrying, are people getting good value for money? Like, they've travelled a long way. But I went from, obviously, Matchroom in Barcelona, and even though I lost, I had the time of my life, best experience, to a GBM show, and I was just so impressed with, like, everything, the production, the people, everyone who come had such a good night, and the fight, what was it, the first fight after, I can't remember her name, but I felt like I'd improved loads, and I feel like the last fight I'd improved. That's all you can do is keep improving, isn't it? Keep learning, keep improving. I'm so excited for this next one, because I've gone from a southpaw, which I've fucking feared for years. I've always admitted it to people, haven't I? But I've conquered it, and now I've got an orthodox opponent, like, fucking buzzing. Oh yeah.
I'll take this one. Does it feel like now, we'll talk about your opponent then in a sec. It's funny you should say you kind of, not panic, but you kind of fear perhaps when you go over to a smaller platform, perhaps how it's all going to turn out. Are you still kind of sitting there itching to get back to the big time though? Because, I mean, you'll know it, just from Rhino being around them shows, there's nothing like them, the buzz, the cameras, the people, everything's done 10 times bigger. So I can imagine you're still kind of just itching for that really, really big opportunity.
I am, but I also like just embrace every moment. Like I said, a lot of people's end goal is like, I want to be a world champion. That's all they focus on. Obviously, I'm focused on things like that. Yeah, I just love the time in between. Like, even though I'm sitting here now in a posh little Beijing with Oscar. Now, I've had a really good day today. No, I just enjoy all the little bits. But like I say, it's not like, not dissing small shows, but when you've got people who like pay a lot of money to come support you, and you go from a massive platform, and you feel like you think, oh my God, what's this going to be like now? People are going to be like, oh, I'm not as interested now. But all my supporters are very loyal, and like I say, these GBM shows have been incredible. Like, as much as I can't wait to get back on the biggest platform in the world. Like, it's not like I want to leave these behind. Like, I'm really happy here. I actually am, to be honest. Like, it's only for the fact that I feel so physically and mentally ready now for a big challenge again, a 10-rounder, that I'm eager to move on after this. After my next fight, I just want to go straight into a big fight. I'm ready to jump in the deep end now. I've never said that before to you, have I? I was in a pussy like, oh, I won't fight them, oh, I won't fight them. But literally, like, the Granini fight I took too soon. But I literally feel now, like, after this fight, I am ready to take a massive challenge. And David has promised me he'll do everything he can to get me one.
Well, you know what? It's funny you should say about the fact that your fans are still supporting you as good as ever. I remember the first interview we done. I mean, this ain't even last year. This would have perhaps been during COVID. And I can see how much love and support you get online now. You've come a long way from, what was it, selling your tickets at your DJ shows to people who were wired out of their box. I was thinking, please tell me she said that. Yeah, selling your tickets to people at these events who are wired out of their box and have probably just bought them and didn't even turn up. You come a long way because you get so much love online.
Mate, like, literally, obviously, yeah, I used to sell tickets to people. I DJ as well. We can talk about that with Mitchell Costello, about my DJ. And so, yeah, I used to go out to these events, and obviously that helped promote my boxing. Like, I'd sell tickets to people. I did sell 3 tickets to the same person once because they were off their head. That's funny, isn't it? But
get closer so you get our background in.
GBM background. Just keep interrupting us. Who do you think he is? Do you think you run this gaff or what?
Get up there before I...
Cheeky bastard. I'll blame Oscar, the cameraman, mate. I'm just here for the chat. Just here for the chat. And the free food that you didn't tell me about. Fucking hell. Do you know that? Like, I didn't even know. I see all these people eating this right posh food. I thought, wouldn't mind that, but it's right expensive. The whole fucking lot was free.
Would I be right in saying that you probably shouldn't be eating that food though? Not like, are you not?
Oh, literally, it's just as well that I didn't know it was free, because I'd have had to have a little fuck up day, John. No, it was sweet potato chips. It looked healthy-ish. Like, yeah, no, it's just as good that I didn't know it was free. When I start, I can't stop, but I'm getting frothy mouth. Hold on. What were we saying?
It's about your family. Yeah, it's good. Like, I see how much love.
Oh yeah, the DJing. Yeah, I missed that. Do you know what? The thing is though, like, I've always took the training seriously, but as time's gone on, I'm thinking I can't be like training twice on a Friday and then driving 3 hours, DJing at 4 a.m, drinking 3 Red Bulls, and then having like 2 hours sleep and going back to work. And now it's like, it's too much. But it's a shame because you meet so many different people like on the rave scene and stuff, but loads of them still support me. I'm so lucky. I think it's because they see me doing well for myself. I think, do you know what? There's a reason she's not about anymore, and they're proud of me. But yeah, no, I did sell 3 tickets to one person. They were just like all like dribbling over the decks. I'm like, fuck no. And then they're like, oh, we come to your fight. I'm like, yeah, then, yeah. It's a funny story though, isn't it?
Oh, that is jokes. Right, so 2023. I know you said you were kind of ready to jump into the deep end. If we're to kind of say a situation where we're sitting here this time next year, what would you be wanting to review your 2023 like? Would you be wanting to say, I'm glad I won this title, I'm glad I fought her, I'm glad I done this, kind of, what's your, I'll say, bucket list for 2023?
Thing is, I feel like, I've always said I want to fight for the Commonwealth title, but I feel like it seems more like common now for someone with my record to go straight into a world title fight. If I get offered one, I will not turn it down. But like ideally, I would love to fight for the Commonwealth title and then challenge for a world title. Like, because if not, you go straight for a world title. It's like, well, I've got to win that, then defend it, and then this time next year, I'll be saying, yeah, I'm a world champion. That's like, I feel like that's near the end of the road. I don't want to be near the end of the road yet, but I do want to be a champion. So, you know, a Commonwealth or European title would be amazing. But if we get offered a world title fight, you know, like, and everything fits, I'm fucking going for it. I'm not scared of anyone no more. I used to be a bit of a scared cat, but I'm confident in my ability now. Like I say, mentally and physically. I just believe everything happens for a reason. So after this fight, whatever David manages to get for me or is offered, I just believe that is what it's meant to be. Do you know what I mean? So it's exciting though, isn't it? Like, I think like a year ago from now, I hadn't even fucking... I think I'd just been on the match. That was my dream. That was fighting on the Matchroom show for the first time. Oh, what an experience. But I hadn't been to Barcelona yet, had I? And loads has happened since then. That was such a good experience, man, that was. I finally found it online the other day. I've never been able to find it. Fucking hell, I took a beating, boy.
That was the first time you've watched your fight was the other day?
Straight up, I'm not dissing the zone, but you can't watch it when you're abroad, can you? So when I was in Barcelona, I couldn't watch it till I got home. So about 3 days later, I watched the fight and I've not seen it since. Never been able to find it. And I watched it and I'm like, oh, fucking hell. Like, I took some beating. She's tough, but I went the whole 8 rounds after like 4 fights. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't regret it at all. And if I'd knocked her out in that last round, like I nearly did, I'd have been chucked in the deep end and I probably wouldn't be sitting here now because I wasn't ready. I wasn't. But I am now. I am ready. I'm ready.
I can't wait for what 2023 has in store for you. It's really exciting. One more thing I do have to ask you about. It just seemed like a matter of time before Dave was going to get back in the ring. I feel like the geezer's been pestered by everyone under the sun. He's kind of put it off a bit, and now maybe, I mean, you'll know this better than me, maybe it's him having his kid. He feels like he's got a purpose. It just seems like, and I know he said this before, it seems like this is the right time, and this is the real proper phase of Dave Allen that we're going to see, I hope.
Literally, like, the reason he didn't come today is because he's out running. The White Rhino was out on the road running, and like, this is probably the least amount of interviews he's done lately than he's ever done in his career, yet this is the time his actions are going to speak louder than words. Do you know what I mean? Dave's very good on camera. I think he's warm for the camera. He's very good at talking and entertaining people. But anyone who knows David knows he is physically capable of being up there in the top heavyweights. But he's never really been mentally up there, I don't think. And now he's got his family. He's got a missus and a little baby. He's got a team. I've just never known him to be this switched on and motivated and dedicated, and I'm even at that point where it's like you don't need to go around saying, guess what? Oh my God, Hasten David. It's just almost like just sit back and it's gonna happen. And like, you know, it's so amazing because obviously he's my manager, he's Joe's manager and trainer. We're all a team. We're all gonna be out there fucking fighting, making a statement. Team Rhino in 2023. I'm telling you now, I've already been talking about this. I'm telling you now.
Do you want to know? I'll end it on this. Do you want to know what will be the coldest picture of 2023? You with a title around your waist. Dave with a title around his waist. That will be, do you not be the sickest picture then of 2023? You with a belt, Dave with a belt. That will be, that will be an Instagram post that blows.
I literally, first of all, want to say I've never heard someone say coldest. I've learnt that today. That's cool. That is like sickest picture.
London.
Coldest picture. I love London slang. I love an accent. Apart from my farmer one. Literally, I've been saying this to David now, like even since the middle of last year. I was like, I'm manifesting next year, David. We are both gonna have a belt. I truly believe in manifestation. All I keep picturing us, like just us having a picture, and both of us have got a belt. And it's like a lot of people do obviously see us as the funny ones on Instagram. They don't realise that we can actually fucking fight. Well, a lot of them do, but I just feel like there's so many people who will doubt our ability, and it'll just be so lovely to prove. Do you know what? We are nice people. We can entertain people, but we can fight as well, and we're going to fulfil our dreams. It's so exciting, isn't it?
I'm gonna share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light. Yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.